Yo, what's good? Bryce Hardy. I'm back at it again with part two of importance of self-control. Alright, so this one's gonna be pretty much like story time. This is a story-driven one. I'm gonna just pretty much jump right into it, right? So there was this one joint I used to roll with, right? Bro, I used to go head over heels for this woman, man. Like crazy, man. Like she tell me to jump off a building, I probably would have did that shit back then, bro. Crazy, man. So she from the six. She from Toronto and shit like that. Bro, I always tell my niggas this story because, bro, back in 2022, bro, I was a different dude, son. Like, I was like, my pride was so high, it was ridiculous. Like, bro, you couldn't tell me shit back then. I just felt like I was the man, bro. Like, I walking with my chest out every day. Like, body motherfucker, like, get the fuck out of my way type shit. But, I meet up with Shorty up in the six, right? She told me to come through and shit like that. So, nigga pull up, you know what I mean? Cause I had just turned 21, whatever the case is. So like, you know, that was my first time out the country, by the way. So I'm like, shit, like, I'm about to turn up. You know what I mean? So I'm out there and shit. Yo, Shorty had money, son. She got a high-rise apartment and shit all by herself. I mean, she a year younger than me. So like, bro, me seeing that shit, bro, that shit was crazy. Like I ain't never seen no shit like shit was crazy. We chopped it up. You know what I mean? I believe it was the same night I got there. We had went out to a club and shit like that. And, you know, we chopped it up. So we at the club and shit like that. And, you know, nigga vibing, having a good time. I mean, it was these group of niggas had invited us to the section. And niggas was cool and shit like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't no issue, no beef, nothing like that. Niggas was cool. But I think, bro, it was a strange scenario because I was probably like the only nigga like that was not with them niggas. You know what I mean? And they paid for the section. You know, that shit be bread. So these niggas is big ballers, bro. They could have bought my shorty over like 3-4 times, bro. Like these niggas was big bank ballers, son. And they bringing out bottles of Casamigos to the table, like, bro, every 15 minutes they getting a new bottle. I don't know how them niggas was doing that shit, bro, but like every 20 or something minutes, bro. We ain't even finished with the last one. Niggas is sending out a new bottle again. So you know how that shit go. These niggas, they got their chains and shit like that. You can tell, bro. Like these niggas got money. I mean, they on top of the table. They on top of the stand. Whatever the fuck they was on top of. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, nigga, I'm drunk as a motherfucker. I'm drunk. So, I'm drunk, right? Like, it got to a point where I was like crazy drunk. And, like, usually, like, when I get drunk, it's like, I'll be ready to go to sleep. Like, I just be chilling. It's like, for me, it's like a comfortable type of shit. Like, I just be ready to just knock out. That's it. Like, I don't be starting no trouble, no shit like that. Just be chilling for real. So next thing you know, everybody in the section drunk. The shorty I'm with, she probably drunk as a motherfucker too. So like, mind you, bro, I head over the hills over this woman. So I'm just like following her everywhere, cause this her city that I'm in. So I'm figuring, I'm just like, whatever she doing, bro, I'm following her, whatever the case is. Cause like, I don't know where the hell I'm at. None of my people's ever been to the six before like that. So like, this shit is like all brand new to me. So, you know, I'm following her wherever she go. So next thing you know, we about to leave and shit like that. She start trying to impress them other niggas. She started shaking her ass in front of, like, I don't know, some other old motherfucker that was there, shit like that. So I'm sitting there like, bro, this is the first time I've been to the club, son. So like, I'm sitting there like, bro, I don't even know if I should click out right now, so I should just chill, bro. But obviously, I'm going to chill because, like, bro, I'm in her crib. I follow her to this motherfucker, so I'm like, all right, whatever. Next thing you know, it was these Asian niggas, right? These Asian niggas had popped up at us. And then they was like, oh, yo, y'all trying to go to the next club down, what's the name, whatever the case is. They seemed like cool people, but they were doing too much talking for my liking. Like, you know, like, you don't know somebody, and they acting like they all buddy with you, and you ain't never seen them a day in your life. it was just too much talking, and I'm drunk. You know what I mean? So like, you know, this shit like a recipe for disaster. The shorty I'm with, she like, oh, you want to go, whatever. I don't know if she asked me that shit, but it's probably something like that. I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? So like, she get in, they pull up their rod or some shit. Then I look back, right? I look back. Shorty that I was with, she chopping up with the other Asian nigga. So I'm trying to figure out like, the fuck is going on? So we walking down the street and shit like that. And then he was like, yeah, brother, like, yeah, like, you know, get in, like, get in the car and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, whatever. Then the shorty I was with, she get in the car with the other nigga and shit like that. I'm sitting in the front seat, she's sitting in the back with the other Asian nigga. I don't know what her motive was, but she was tweaking that night, bro, like, but like, I was too fucked up to even click out, bro. Like, you know when you too fucked up to even you start some shit, you know you somewhere like damn near in the middle of nowhere. Even though I'm in the city, but like you don't know nobody here. So it's pretty much like you in the middle of nowhere. So we chopping up in the car, shit like that. Then they try and get me to drink like all kind of shit. These niggas had like some kind of Asian wine or some shit. Bro, I don't know what these niggas had. They had some shit. I mean, oh yeah, bro, drink shit like that. I'm like, why these niggas try to force me to drink some shit like that? So we pull up to the next joint, right? We pull up to the next spot. We pull up to the next club. And I step outside the car and shit. I couldn't even feel my legs, bro. Like, I felt like I was about to fall out, pass out, bro. I was stupid drunk. That's one lesson I learned, bro. I'll never in my life get drunk in a place where I don't know nobody, in the middle of nowhere, bro. I don't know what would possess me to do some shit like that, but that's just what happened, bro. I just turned 21, so I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? I could barely walk down the street and shit like that, and niggas talk about, oh yeah, we had a church. I said, nigga, we ain't had no damn church. I said, I'm looking around and shit, and I'm like, where the church at? We ain't had no church. But come to find out, they was talking about the street. I figured out later on, they was talking about, oh, we on Church Street or something like that in Toronto. So like, we walk into the new joint, and it's a new club and shit like that. And shorty that I'm with, she tried to finesse me, like, so that I could get in that joint. Cause I don't know if she had cash. I don't know what this situation was, but I gave her some money so that she could get in. And then she was like, oh yeah, I guess it's like, you pay for one person, it's like, oh, we could both get in. So it's like kind of like a one ticket and pay for both of us to get in. She was telling me some shit like that. The security is like, nah, like you gotta pay your way. So I'm thinking like what? Like, and I'm with Shorty. She like, oh yeah, he good. Like, you know, he paid already. And so she like, oh fuck it. Then she reaching her purse for shit. She paid for me, whatever the case is. I don't know what kind of finagle she trying to pull when she was doing that shit, but like, all right, whatever. So I'm in that motherfucker. Then, mind you, these are actually clubs. These ain't no lounges or nothing like that, bro. These is real clubs, like with the dance floor and shit like that, and the music. Like nowadays, they got the lounges and they had the music and shit. Everybody sitting down at a booth or some shit like that. But nah, these was legit like nightclubs. So I'm in the center of the dance floor, right, of the next joint, and I'm like, something don't seem right. Like, I'm listening to the music. The music was like weird, bro. It was like, I don't think it was some shit. I don't even think I recognized none of the shit they was playing, first off. Then I look over to the left. I see two niggas getting it on. I was like, nah, this shit not right. I look over, I said, nah, these two niggas, they like dance on. Like, nah, bro, I'm in the wrong joint. Nah. So like, mind you, bro, I'm still fucked up. So like, the shorty I was with disappeared again. So I'm like, bro, where the fuck did she go, bro? I don't know where she went, bro. So she probably chopping up with somebody else. I don't know where the fuck she went. So I was like, nah, bro, this is some zesty shit. So I had sat down, like, I remember like sitting down, there was like some seats or some shit by the bathroom. And I just sat down there the whole night. It was motherfuckers passed me up. They was like, oh, you good and shit like that. I was like, yeah. That's how you know, like, God always be watching, because God always be looking out for his people. Because, bro, like, at this point, I'm vulnerable, right? I don't have no control over myself. I can't really take care of myself at this point because I'm drunk. So when you at that point where you, like, drunk, you too drunk, you too high, you can't really think for yourself. Somebody got to think for you at that point. It's either the God got you in his hands or it's the devil that got you in his hands. But it's either one. You know what I mean? And luckily it was just God that had me in his hand that night. Cause like I remember just sitting down, just chilling. Everybody passed me, like a couple people passed me out there, like, yo, bro, you good? People I didn't even know. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't know how long I was there, but I might have closed my eyes because I was like, bro, I refuse to get up and fuck around with these niggas and HSD or some shit, bro. I don't play none of that shit. So, you know, I just sat down and shit. And then my shorty, she pull up again. She like, oh, like, hey, you good and shit like that? I'm like, yeah. She like, oh, you ready to go? Like, you ready to go home? And I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, shit. So she like, all right, come. So she take my hand and shit like that. And she call up a cab and shit like that. And then I remember getting in the cab. But anything after that shit, I swear to you, son, I don't remember none of that shit. Like, I don't remember none of that shit. I remember getting in the cab. But like after that, bro, I don't even remember how I got back to her spot. And I remember like laying on her bed, and then she start like taking my clothes off and shit like that from there. But like outside of that, I don't remember like the whole ride back, even going into the apartment complex, none of that shit. Just a more the story is like, bro, imagine you being all the way out in the middle of nowhere, right? You don't know nobody. And nobody, ain't no calling your mother to save you, ain't no calling your father, your cousin, ain't no calling nobody. You in the middle, you always in another country. You know what I mean? The only reason why, I'm a crazy dude a little bit. Cause like, I'm fearless, but as I'm starting to get older, I understand that like, I can't be pressing my luck like that because that's not how God, of course we can't walk with fear, but you're not supposed to torment God and be like, oh, I'm fearless, God got me, and then do some stupid shit like jump off the building and don't expect to die. You gonna die. You know what I mean? Because you're not supposed to be testing God like that. You know, but back then that was like my mindset, like, oh, I'll go wherever I please. I'm good in every hood, I'm good everywhere. You know what I mean? And not being mindful of my surroundings or my environment, or that somebody around me just might have one up on me. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to be in a position, and a lot of times I see myself getting in that position and I don't understand what's going on. I try to find a back door or try to find an exit because there's some shit that's going on that I don't know nothing about, that I can't put my finger on. You know what I mean? But it's all about kind of finding that balance, knowing when to leave and knowing when to stay. You know what I mean? That's the best way to really enjoy life. The moral of the story is like that whole time, I have no control. I'm having shorty pretty much like look after me like I'm a child or some shit like that because I got too fucked up at the first club that we was at. You know, taking drink after drink, new bottle. You know what I mean? I got too fucked up then. But you never want to be in that kind of position. No, ain't no calling the homies. Ain't no yo, calling the bros. Yo, bro, you gotta come get me. You gotta come. None of that shit. You know what I mean? I'm in a whole nother country by myself. You know what I mean? That was me being completely irresponsible and being completely out of control. But God took care of me. We're going to get back to part 2. Just stay tuned.